Hey guys, welcome back to the Kyle Family Homestead. Look who's back, my way better half.
I've been here the whole time, by the way, but we've been doing a lot of garden videos, so he's kind of the star of the garden videos. But we wanted to finally give an actual house update because when we were looking back through our videos, we realized the last time we did an interior update was when we got the drywall. So a few things have happened since the drywall.
Yeah, so happy anniversary on our house build, I guess we could say. This is exactly 1 year ago this week that we started the actual house build, from the start of the layout of the house when the project manager came out and laid stakes out of our house, and we laid out where the septic was going to go, the generator, all that stuff. It was a year ago this week. So we wanted to do a 1 year update.
So it's been a year since the physical stuff started, basically, but back in May of 2021 is when we met with the designer to kind of pick out, the tile, the paint colors, the countertops, all of that. We signed the contract with the builder in June of 2021, and as Mike said, we basically, I guess you say, broke ground in September of 2021.
Yeah, so it has been a very interesting year, full of ups and downs for us because we've had so much to do and we've learned a lot about this house building process. We were definitely expecting to be in the house and doing our 1 year anniversary as part of a walkthrough, but that's not going to happen, and that's okay. We have a long way to go still, unfortunately, but we do see the end in sight.
It's been a process though, because early on we were really excited about things and looking forward to just the changes and all of the fun stuff that comes with moving into a new house. But then, maybe 6 months ago, give or take, we both kind of lost our excitement and kind of lost some of that happiness.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was taking so long. We are starting to get a little bit of that excitement back as we're finally starting to see things happen. We've shared through the process that there were months that would pass that there was nobody out here, and that's very discouraging. But as I said, now we're starting to see some activity, and we're starting to get that, I don't know, a little bit of excitement back.
Yeah, so if anybody out there is in the beginning stages of having a home built, or you're actually building it yourself, I think there is some light at the end of the tunnel as far as supply chain issues coming in a little bit better. I'm not sure about the labor issues. I think there's still an issue with that. But building a house in this economy and this state of, and the state of where we're at in the world, it has definitely been eye-opening. And to do this sort of thing that we're doing behind us here, you're just gonna have to have a lot of patience with it.
Yeah, that's true. There's also some extra fees that are involved. We initially were told that the house should be complete. In fact, our builder was very, very confident that it would be 6 to 9 months. Very confident about that. And so when we got the construction loan, we did it for 9 months. Well, it's clearly been over that. I don't remember the exact date that our loan started, but I know we have paid now for 6 months of additional fees. And those fees don't go to interest. They don't go to your principal. What they're doing is basically extending that construction loan. You have to do that month by month. Now, the alternative to paying these fees month by month would be to go ahead and completely start over, basically.
Yeah.
But at the time, and we've shared in the past that we're very frugal, we're very conservative with our money, and at the time we got a really, really good interest rate, and I don't.
We won't see this, and the interest
Yeah.
rate we got, we probably won't see for years, years to
Yeah.
come. Yeah.
So for us, in the long run, the money that we'll be saving in interest is significant compared to these monthly fees. So it's, but the other part of it too is insurance on this house basically behind us. So of course we're still paying it on the house that we're living in and on the property, but we had to do an extra year of this. Oh, and then the other thing that comes up is we're paying a utilities bill. We're paying an electric bill for this house too. So at this point in the game, it does seem to be a little bit more expensive than it was early on.
Yeah, it definitely isn't the way we expected it to end, unfortunately. But it's okay. Again, if you're doing this type of thing, you're building yourself, or you're having a home built by a home builder, you really need to factor in stuff that you don't think is going to happen.
Yeah.
You can't go in this with a thin wallet and by the seat of your pants.
Yeah.
Luckily we expected some delays. We weren't sure what those delays were going to be or how much it was going to cost, but we did put away a few bucks in order to go over the speed bumps a little bit easier.
Yeah, we planned for it.
That doesn't make it any better, and it doesn't make it any easier to swallow.
So since we have posted on the interior, we've had quite a few things happen. I actually have a list because I had to keep track of it all. So we did get the molding, and so the molding, and we have tray ceilings.
We had crown molding around the trays and in our bedroom. That's the only place we got crown molding though.
But even when they put the molding around the windows, it really what a polished look just adding the molding to the windows and the doors did. So we did that, or they did that, and then they did paint. They did the interior painting. They did that in a couple different phases, and to be honest, we're not really sure if they're done yet with interior
There's no way they
painting.
can be done. So there are a couple things that I am just not happy with, and I am not going to be negative on this video because my better half told me not to be negative. But the painting and the doors, the two back doors and the painting, are probably the two of the sorest spots of this build. And the painting, there's no way they're done inside. There's roll marks everywhere.
Well, the majority of the roll marks are on the entryway that goes up. It goes up 14 feet, and that entryway where the dormer is, and so you can definitely see that. You can definitely see the brushstrokes there. I believe. I mean, from what we know, they're not fully done with that, but
There's no way they're done.
But we'll see.
We're gonna say there's no way
We'll
they're done.
The next thing they did, which was really kind of exciting, is the cabinets. So they installed the kitchen cabinets and then all 3 bathrooms cabinets. And that was really nice.
Yeah.
I think for the first time we were able to be like, okay, we can see this we can kind of see the shape of things a little bit better.
We can see our space and our workflow, and we kind of can see how it's going to shape out to be. It was a neat experience.
Yeah, and we love the color. As I mentioned, it was May 31st of 2021, and today is September 25th of 2022. So as we mentioned, that's when we met with the designer. So to be honest, some of this process, some of these things we picked out, we don't even remember.
We forgot what they look like. Yeah.
We don't even remember. So when we got the cabinets in, I had a general idea of the color, but now that they're in and we were able to see in real life, they're better than I had imagined, actually. Nice. The kitchen and then the 2 of the bathrooms have those cabinets in it, and then the master bathroom has white cabinets. The master bathroom is a little bit different decor-wise than the rest of our house.
It's the only room that she let me design color-wise with tile and cabinets out of the whole house. So it is funky.
Well, it's not. It's good. It's great. It's just
it's different from the rest of the flow of the house.
Yeah.
So we went with, like, I don't know terms, but I think more of a modern country, something like that look. And I totally went all modern in the bathroom. We got like a black leather countertop looking stuff and
I
white
just remember the
cabinets.
upcharge on that countertop was way more than I wanted, but it's for him.
We'll see what it might look like. Crazy crap. So
Right, we'll see. Because as I said, it's been so long that I
Yeah.
kind of forgot. Like, anyway, we're not really in the house. Like, we can't really go in there and look around because of all the work that they're doing. But we were able to go in because they asked us to drop off our lighting package. So we purchased the lighting package months ago.
Yeah, beginning of summer.
Yeah, months ago. Yep. And then we kept them in one of our shops, and one of our shops on the property, and so they had asked us to place all of the interior lights in the specific rooms, and then specify what color ceiling fan blades, because a lot of them are two-sided. So when we were in there, we got to take a peek around, and it was it's really nice.
We had to back the camera up and move, y'all. It was about to melt us here in that Florida sun. So
That and our camera was
getting a little warm.
well, it was, but I think because the sun was directly on it, and then you couldn't see our faces very well. So all right, so where we are now is they are in the process of installing flooring. So
As you can see behind us,
yeah,
we're loaded up with porcelain tile here. We got all the tile at Home Depot, the floor tile, and then all the rest of the tile came from another tile location in Gainesville, I believe.
and we were actually really a little nervous because, as I said, we started this process back in May when it came to picking out the colors. We were really concerned that the flooring was going to be discontinued in that time frame.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it wasn't, and it's. I actually kind of forgot what it looked like, as we talked about before, and it's really a pretty tile. It looks like wood, but it has the durability of porcelain. So I think he's grabbing you a sample right now. You can kind of see, but it's really nice, pretty awesome.
Yeah, we lucked out, and the guys that are putting our tile in are top notch, unbelievable, and I can't say enough good things about them. And I can't wait to see the job that they do for us. I can't wait to see it. But we're really thankful for the tile guys that are on our job.
Yeah, and that's, one of the things that, even though we complain that this is costing us more money than we had expected, or at least than we'd like, maybe not expected, but than we like. And I will say that even though we complain about that, the work that was done, like when we had the framers out, anybody who knew the framers would always just talk about how great that team was.
And I've got to meet most of these guys myself. I make it a habit to come out and not be a royal pain to them, but introduce myself and thank them for doing a great job, and thanks for your hard work. I would like to see who's building my house.
Yeah, but they've been real nice people. Obviously, we want a quality home too, but from everything that we can see, even though this is taking a little bit longer, it seems so far to be a good quality, with the exception of minor, like the painting, and there's some spots by the doors, and we talked about.
There's the stuff. I don't care how good of a builder or how bad of a builder, there's going to be a punch list at the end that is going to need to be worked on. That's the way it is. But there are just a couple, 2 or 3 things that should be and should have been done right, and we're not going to go there.
Tile is happening now, which we're excited about.
Yep.
We also had the electric company back out, or they had them come back out to run underground power.
So they went from our transformer box to the part of the house where the meter box is going to go. They went and dug the trench, laid the pipe, and we're just waiting for them to come back and put the string in so they can pull the wire and hopefully get power to our house here within the next 2 weeks. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be so nice. Of course, then our power bill's going to go up, and this last month was so hot for us here in Florida that I don't ever remember an electric bill that high in my time here in Florida. So it's just going to keep going up, I guess. They did install the air conditioner.
Yep, got our air conditioner installed. Yep.
Yeah, so that's good. So really that's kind of where we are. That's where we are up to date. Next, we're pretty sure that countertops will be happening soon.
Yeah, we think that they measured for it, I think. Yeah. We're not positive, but I think they did measure for it, and we were told from the very beginning that once they measure the countertops, that it's 6 to 8 weeks from move-in. We don't expect that because, again, there's so much work to be done, but that's what was told to us. So we're fingers crossed, we're still hoping to be in before Christmas.
Yeah. That's kind of something that we go back and forth on. I just can't imagine we're going to be in before Christmas, but we'll see.
I'm a little bit more optimistic than her. Like I said, I thought we were going to be in already, so I really had a strong feeling that we were going to have Thanksgiving in our new house, but just looking around, all the work that needs to be done. I mean, our entire house needs to be repainted still. We have no plumbing, no lighting. There's a lot of work to be done. So fingers crossed that we'll be in by Christmas.
Speaking of plumbing, the septic people, I think they're going to be here this week.
Yeah, they've already called and verified where I want it to go. But I'm going to meet them out here just to be sure, so no lines get crossed or wires get crossed or where we want it.
Yeah. We're also waiting on them to install our lighting. As I mentioned before, the fixtures are in, but they haven't actually installed them. Now we do have a chandelier that's going to be going up in that high spot in the entryway, the one that's 14 feet high.
But it's a cool piece. It's deer antlers. It's a cool piece.
Yeah, it's unique. Yeah, which is kind of fits our style. We also not on the immediate radar, but we're talking about making sure that we get the backyard at least fenced in because of our dog.
That's another one of those things that's it's getting to be more of a pain than I thought it would be, trying to get someone out here scheduled and get an estimate. I mean, I literally can't even get anyone out here for an estimate. Either they're ignoring me completely, they're not even answering my messages, or they'll answer my message and ghost me. So
yeah, or we were able to get with the team that did our front fence, which is just beautiful.
Yeah, they're awesome.
But they're so popular and they do such a good job that it's quite a long wait.
Yeah, so as of right now, they're booked out to the end of December. Yeah. And I don't know if we can wait that long, but we might have to. I can't get anybody else out here.
Yeah, so we'll see. And we're still debating what we're doing with the fence in the backyard. We kind of go back and forth on what type of fencing that we're going with. Yeah. And then the only other thing that we have on the horizon as of now is landscaping, but more basic, like paver stones. We had a guy come out probably like a year ago, maybe 9 months
early
ago.
Spring, was it like February or March?
It was a long time ago. And he gave us a quote because we were talking about the back patio. So one thing that was in a previous video was our screened in back porch. It's so nice. It's so nice. I'm so happy that we opted for that because I think we're going to get a whole lot of use out of it. We get a lot of use already on our front and back deck, but now that this one is screened in, I think it'll be a heavily used area. But outside of there, we wanted to do some paver stones, and then we were gonna get a paver stone walkway that goes to our new barn because that's where we're going to be parking our vehicles.
Okay, so that was it for our 1-year anniversary update. Sorry it wasn't a walkthrough of the house completed. We're sorry too.
We are a little sorry about that.
But things are moving in the right direction. We both still feel that we picked the right builder. I think they're going to do everything that they told us that we're going to do in the very beginning. We just got to get those few things that aren't corrected, and get that punch list knocked out in the end, and we will be happy campers.
We are looking now for our first hurricane that this house will see.
Yeah.
That's there. It's Hurricane. Was it Ian?
Ian.
Ian.
Ian
Yeah.
or Ivan? I forget.
Ian.
Ian.
Ivan was a couple years
Okay.
ago. I don't know.
Hurricane I.
Yeah, it begins with an I. I think it's Ian. And the way that that storm is projected currently, the east side of that storm we should see, and the east side is usually this is usually the stronger side. So we'll see. It'll be an adventure for our house that we're still not living in. Will have its first hurricane soon. So
Yeah.
hopefully it does okay.
So thanks for watching, and if you've made it this far through our long-winded video, we thank you, and until next time, from the Kyle Family Homestead, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.